Fill her up.
You're listening to the Gas Digital Network.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Broad Motherfucking Topics. I'm your host, Kim Congdon, here with my co-host,
Alex Scarlato. Hi, Kimmy.
Hi, baby girl. What's up?
Nothing much. I'm excited for this show today.
Me too.
Like got some fun stuff coming.
Yeah, me and Alex talk a little bit before every episode, just to, see what we're going to talk about, and we don't go too far into it, but it's always an exciting time. And the entire time that we're planning on what we're going to talk about, both of us going, say no more, don't say another word.
We need to start the show right this second.
Yeah.
How was your weekend? How's your week been?
Everything's been good. I went to the beach. Oh, I forgot to tell you this. I went to the beach with my friend. Tell me if this is fucked up. And I don't know morally if this is fucked up. But I went to the beach with my friend who I've known since I was like 11. She's like super crazy. Her name's Melissa. And we got hammered at the beach together. Like hammered. Got so drunk together. And then she was drunk and I saw, when like the fish come up when the waves are coming up and then they go back down?
Mm-hmm.
They're little minnow fish, like they're like those tiny little silver ones. They're like swimming up and then swimming back down in the shore. I told my friend Melissa, I was like, I bet I could catch one with my hands. And she was like, if you could catch one of those with your hands, I'll eat it. And you better believe I spent the rest of the day catching that fish. And I made her swallow a fish with Gatorade. Is that fucked up?
With Gatorade? That's some Florida shit I've ever heard in my whole
life. Threw it in her mouth and she washed it down with Gatorade. Is that?
It's so Florida that I'm itchy right now.
I tried to get her not to eat it. I was like, I was just kidding. You don't have to eat it. And she was like, she was all hammered. She's like, I'm eating it. She was like, a deal's a deal. And I was like, you don't actually have to. I was like, I kind of feel bad for the fish. Can I just let it go? And she was like, I'm eating it. She was all aggressive. I literally said to her, I was like, okay, that's between you and your God. I tried to get the fish out of the situation.
All right. When it comes to the morality of this, I need to know how long you spent trying to catch the fish, like with the thought in mind that she was going to eat it when you caught it. How much effort and energy went into it?
About 35 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like you're partly to blame then.
Right. But then every time I didn't catch one, I was like, I want to catch one for her to eat it. And then when I caught the little guy, I was like, this is kind of fucked up.
Yeah. And when everything shifts, like it goes from being a game to like you actually have the fish that you caught in your hand. That it's your fault that it's this fish and not another fish. And
yes. And I was like, I don't think we should eat it. And then she was like drunk and aggressive. She's like, I'm eating it. And like kept taking it from me. But I was already in the stage of regret.
She was like, I'm hungry. I've had my mind on this.
Yeah, she's like, now I want sushi, all aggressive. And I was like,
what color Gatorade did she wash it down with?
I think it was an orange, which is the worst one to drink with a fish, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. I would go blue Gatorade with fish because
I absolutely would too.
Being in the ocean, it's like a nicer experience.
Well, the fish probably thought he was right at home if you threw him in a blue Gatorade. He would know no different.
Isn't the ocean in Florida just blue Gatorade?
Yep. So yeah, that's what I did. I went to the beach. And that's about it.
Fun. I had some fun in the sun for the first time all summer.
What'd you do?
I went on a boat.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like a really nice day all in all, except that like the first like 30 minutes of the trip, we literally just like left. We didn't really leave the area. We were like in the bay, like the whole time. But
you love being in a bay. If I know anything about you, it's that you love being in a bay.
You do like being in a bay. I live in Bayside. I don't know what you want.
That's crazy. I went to Bayside.
You went to Bayside High School?
Yes.
There's another Bayside High School in my town. I didn't go there, but it'd be crazy if I did.
That would be crazy if we both went to Bayside High.
So we get out into this bay. It's like, I'll tell you right now, it's way too many people on a very small boat. It's probably just too many people, but we're like, it's all right. We're about to party. We're having fun in the sun. We're going to keep saying that. We're going to drink and get high and it'll be great. And we get out
By
there.
the way, everybody, fun in the sun is what white people say when they do cocaine on the water. That's just their term for that. If you're wondering why she keeps saying. You've never heard a minority say they were having fun in the sun, and that's because we like weed.
Anyways, we were having fun in the sun.
Okay.
So we get out to the spot where we're like, yeah, we'll chill, we'll drop anchor here, we'll wait. We have friends coming on another slightly bigger boat. We're gonna like chill on the water together.
Okay.
So we get out there and my friend shuts the boat off and he like opens up the little fucking container area where the anchor is supposed to be.
Okay.
He can't find it. And he's like, that's weird. My parents definitely said that the anchor was here. And I was like, they said, and you didn't check? And he was like, yeah, it's fine. It's probably in the other container. And he goes to the other container to look for the anchor, and the anchor's not there. He comes back to the first container, which was fucking empty, to look in it again. And I was like, we're in trouble. There's no anchor.
Yeah. Once you look at something again, just to make sure your eyes weren't tricking you, you know you're in trouble.
The way that this was just an empty bucket that he went and looked in again, I was like, we're definitely in trouble. So we don't have an anchor. So he's like, yeah, it's all right. We'll just kind of cruise around. I'm sure when the second boat gets here, like they might have a spare anchor for us. And he goes to turn the boat on and it won't turn on. Like we're just like drifting in the bay. And we're like, yeah, all right. Like there's 15 of us on this small boat. Like there's no reason to like if we start panicking, it's gonna get bad. Let's just chill and be fine. So like at this point we didn't even turn music off yet. Like the music is still playing. We're fucking still partying like nothing is wrong. It's only really the driver who's like mildly panicking.
Right.
And then we start like drifting toward the shore in like a really frightening way where we just like don't know how deep it is. We don't know if the boat's gonna bottom out, whatever. And we're like out on Long Island, like where the houses on the water are like fucking $20 million houses, like super nice North Shore homes. And we end up really luckily like drifting over to this spot where there's like a wall. Like this guy's house is like built really up high on a hill, and the wall goes like, there's no oars on the boat either, Bobby. Good question. And one of the girls, this girl who I never met before, was like, we should start paddling like now, like with our hands. And I was like, bitch, if you think our hands are going to boat anywhere, I was like, I am not paddling with my hands. Nobody here is paddling with their hands.
That's insane. Right.
But we very luckily, like the tide would just happen to be perfect and brought us to this area where like there was like a rusted fence. Like this fence just existed of rust.
Okay.
But it was like a spot that we could hold on to for a little while and not move. And like the boat was in deep enough water that we were fine. But also we kind of looked like pirates because like the engine was turned off and we just like.
And you were all on coke. Pirates were definitely on coke if I've ever seen.
Everybody on this boat is drinking heavily except me. I'm the only one who's like even slightly put together, and I'm not.
Okay.
And like the way that this boat just like quietly floats in so that we're holding on to this guy's wall and just looking at his $20 million estate.
It looked like you guys were about to jump off and rob him.
The dude came marching down through his giant backyard, through his like garden in 0.5 seconds. Like he has a fucking camera on the water looking for pirates.
No. And what'd he say?
Well, it was so funny because from further away, he looked angry and upset. And then when he got close enough to take a look at the people on this boat, the fucking idiot, fucked up white people who were obviously in danger, he was laughing so hard at us. Like he just like came down laughing at us.
Oh no. Did he help you guys?
No. He was just this like super rich Persian guy.
He's just a rich guy that came to laugh at you. That's it. He saw that you guys were like, the waves were like crashing the boat against the wall. And he was like, no minorities. All right, we're good.
We literally had every dude on our boat standing on one side of the boat holding us against the wall, and every girl on the boat sitting on the opposite side to balance us out.
Oh my God.
And yeah, this fucking rich dude just comes out and walks along his dock and fucking posts up on his dock with his hands like this to talk to us. And he's like, yeah, I would help you, but I don't really know how. And we were like, it's all right, just don't yell at us, I guess. And he was like, no, it's all right, just get out of here soon. And we're like, we're trying.
It's all right, just get the fuck off my property, though. He couldn't care less about you guys.
And then we were there for much longer than we should have been. The second boat that was going to meet us was supposed to be there in like 2 minutes to begin with. And this has been like 40 minutes later now. But then, yeah, we just hung out there. It was fine. And then when the second boat arrived, it was like a whole bunch of other people who I never met. But it was like the hottest fucking rescue crew I've ever seen in my life. It was just one dude driving this boat and like 6 really hot chicks in bikinis like dancing their way over to us. And then there was a girl who looked exactly like Kendall from Dance Moms, just this super hot girl. And like as their boat was like coming into ours, me and her reached our hands out and grabbed each other by the hands and like pulled the boats closer together. And it was this crazy moment with this person I'd never met. Like we just knew what needed to be done. We didn't speak one word to each other. We just reached our hands out and pulled each other closer.
Oh my God.
And,
you had an intimate moment with a lookalike Kendall from Dance Moms while almost dying stranded in the ocean like cocaine to pirates.
What it was, yeah. And then we just tied both boats together so that our little boat was like a sidecar to the big boat, and we kept doing coke.
Wow, that's great. Wait,
Yeah.
so I have a question. So the guy that you got on the guy that was originally driving the boat that you were on, did you know him?
Yes, I know him since I was like 17 and he was like 14. Like we've been friends.
Is he always boat? Is he a boater?
I've been on his boat enough times that I told another one of our friends' moms that I trust him implicitly and that nothing would go wrong today.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Boats are sketchy like that. I don't get on very many boats. We've been on a boat together and I'm truly shocked that I got on that boat with you. But I only got on that boat because it was Becky. And I know Becky's not going to get us stranded on a boat.
I'm grateful that you remember me as being there that day because I was on that boat a different day than you were on that boat. We never went on that boat together.
Wow.
But like my spirit,
that boat actually has a sad, every time I think of that boat, right? That was the day, this is really sad and I'm going to bring down the mood. That was the day that Dave Kimowitz got murdered.
Oh, goddamn. That's really sad.
And we were all out on the boat, like so far into the ocean. And I had like one bar. We were having the time of our lives. Like we were like, we're escaping the city. Nothing can hurt us today. And we like went out on this boat and it was so fun. It was me and my cousin McCalla and Becky and her husband and this dude Becky knew that brought us out on his boat.
Really fun. I've stayed at his house. He's
really cool. He was really cool. And he took us out on the boat and we were having the best time. And I got one little bar and my dumbass went to go check my phone. Nobody was even on their phones. And then I got the news, but we were still like hours out and supposed to keep enjoying our day. And we were trying to swim knowing he was murdered. And it was like, this is
shit. That happened to me as a kid. I went on a cruise in like 2004 with my family. And one day of the cruise, I decided to make a phone call home to like my best friend from elementary school, like just wanted to chit chat. Right. Like we had just whatever, we had service. It was fine. And I called her and she told me that one of the kids from my class died.
No.
And it wrecked the whole vacation, bro.
She shouldn't have told you that. This is my quote on that. What's dead is dead. Just keep it a secret for a little bit. Shit, let everyone enjoy their day.
You were like 6th grade. Yeah, it was fucked up.
What's dead is dead. You know what I'm saying? Don't ruin my vacation.
Do not ruin my fun in the sun with your fucking tragic news.
My stepdad's grandparents died 2 years in a row, Christmas morning, while we were opening Christmas presents.
No, that's not allowed. That's a sick joke.
Like we got 2 years in a row, the family got the call while all the kids were opening the presents, and then my stepdad's mom answers her phone and starts wailing 2 years in a row.
Did they plan that?
They said that the grandma died the first year, and then the next year, the night before the grandpa died, he was like crying her name. And it was a year to the day.
Oh, what a shitty Christmas. What a shitty string of 2 Christmases in a row. That's really
Also, like, way to ruin Christmas forever for that lady.
Yeah, for like literally forever. That sucks. Wow, this all did bring the mood down. Wow.
Hell yeah.
From boat stories to
Hell
death.
yeah. Hell yeah. I don't know what else to say, but there's talent there. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're alive. That's cool that you made it out of your boating accident. I feel like, go ahead.
I'll tell you, just about like 5 to 10 minutes before the boat got stranded, I considered taking a tab of acid, and I decided not to. And I'm really, really, really glad that I didn't.
Thank God you didn't. That would have been rough.
Yeah.
It reminds me a lot of like growing up, and my family always had like fucked up boats and cars, and we were always broken down. Even now, my mom the other day was like, "Do you guys want to go on the pontoon? You and Brian want to come with me?" And I was like, yeah. She's like, "We just can't go fast because it doesn't go faster, it sinks." And I was like, "I just won't go on it. I'll just stay home." Actually, then
anything's wrong with the boat, we can't go on it.
No, they still go. They just go slow, and they're like very slowly on the water. I'm like, why are we doing this? We could have gone to the beach, you guys. But yeah, I remember when we were smaller, there used to be this place back home, well, a couple hours from where I lived. It was called Lion Country Safari, and this was some Tiger King shit. Lion Country Safari was a zoo. It was an outdoor zoo where your car was the enclosure. Like everything basically had different sections. Like you drive through, like it'll be like Tigerland, and the Tigerland will be by itself. Like it wasn't a bunch of animals mixed together. Like it would be the tiger section, but there was no cages. Like once you went into Tigerland, you were on their land. It was you
roll the windows up.
It was a real safari. Right. It was a real safari. You roll the windows up. You're not allowed to have them down. Safari. And we would go, and I mean, I don't know how this place existed. I'm absolutely shocked. I looked earlier that it's still open. I wonder if anyone's ever died there, but like the trust they put in humans to just not open their window while rhinos and giraffes and lions it's crazy.
I mean, the way that I'm tempted to fully open my door and fling myself out of the car when I'm going 80 miles an hour sometimes, you can't trust me not to open the window.
There has to be, there it is. There has to be incidents. Look at this. Look at this.
Weird thing. Like these pictures are even weird because you just feel like you could just look at these pictures and feel that these animals are not supposed to be right side by side with cars.
Yeah, you're right, Alex. A giraffe shouldn't be by a Honda Civic. I don't know what else to say. Like it doesn't look right. This looks photoshopped, but that's how it was. And like, what's to keep that guy in that Honda from just flooring it and killing a giraffe for fun?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I would even like, I don't know if my car could take on, like, my car could probably take on a giraffe, but like, I don't think my car could take on any animal.
Bobby, I don't know if it's a good video, but if you put in Lion Country Safari attack, the first video says that someone got attacked by a rhino in their car. So I don't know if that's an actual video, but
rhino seems like the one that could do the most damage to your car.
I mean, imagine you're with your kids and you just drive them into a rhino enclosure for fun.
That was what your mom did, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Jeez. Yeah.
It was terrifying. Oh my gosh, let's see. What's this video? Horrible sound. Oh, yes, look, it was open like this. Look at this.
Okay, because there's a baby rhino involved, so it's a mother rhino.
And you would just watch. I mean, you didn't even have to keep your windows open. You just did if you felt like that was a smart thing to do. You know what I mean? There's no one there policing you.
There's too many rhinos there, dude. That's
Look at this. And that car drove away, and you have to like be like, should we get away? At this point, you're like, what do we do?
Back up, bro. This one's angry. I wouldn't fuck with that.
No, and now they're all look at this. What would you do, Alex? You're with your kid.
Oh, it's one thing if there's one rhino, but why do they got to put 8, 9 rhinos like up against you like that?
Right.
Like rhinos.
Do they start hitting the car? I'm dying to know. No. Oh wait. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Getting too close to comfort.
Yes. Oh, and look, you see the park ranger doing absolutely nothing.
These rhinos think that this car is another fucking rhino. I don't know what to say.
Oh, look, the ranger came through. They didn't have those in my day. Let me tell you, there was no ranger to save us.
Wait, but does the ranger literally just plow his car through them in a way that he thinks is going to get them to move?
He was doing it like a white person going through a Black Lives Matter protest. He was like, if I push hard enough, they'll move.
I mean, he was literally like, get your babies out of the way. I'm coming to ramble over you.
So yeah, when we went, I remember, 2 times this happened. I've been to Lion Country Safari probably, honestly, like 4 or 5 times. And 2 times out of those times, the first time me and my family were driving through, we get to the lions part, which now they have the lions fenced off. Back in my day, you were with the lions the same way you were with the rhinos. You went through a lion thing and they were there around you just like the rhinos. The first time me and my family went through, we got a flat tire as soon as we got into the lion's den. They had to literally bring one of those workers out and he had to change a tire while others workers like barricaded him.
Hold on. You gotta go slower through this. I need to know, like, first, the flat tire situation in there, it seems like, like at first I'm like, wow, how does that happen? It's the worst possible place to get a flat tire. But then it's like, obviously you get a flat tire there. There's probably like fucking sticks and twigs that lions are playing with and shit. And your car's just supposed to drive through fucking.
And like, there's also fucking car parts from the rhinos breaking the cars. And like, because when you go in, you sign a thing that like, if something happens to your car, that's just the experience.
That makes sense.
Bobby Hutch. Absolutely show us that video right now. He said, I have a video of a lion opening a car door.
No.
This is what it looked like when we drove through, by the way.
You're only supposed to have 1 or 2 lions.
Look.
Door. Oh my God. Holy cow, Cindy.
Are you serious?
I know. You're supposed to lock the door. Oh my gosh, I didn't know they could do that.
That's so white to laugh at that because they seriously almost just died. She's lucky that lion didn't want to snatch her out of the car because it would have.
Yeah, I mean, house cats open doors, so that makes sense. And yeah, that thing had a soul. You could like see into it. Its eyes were too close. You should only be able to see a lion from like a little bit of a distance.
So the second time I went with a family friend. Her family took me. Like, you know those rich friends you'd go on vacation with them, or were you that friend?
No. I had some of those friends. Actually, no, I knew who those people were, but I wasn't the person invited on vacation with them. It's fine. I'm over it.
So we went with a family friend, right? And when we're getting to the lion enclosure and I'm with their family and I'm telling them, it was so crazy. Last time we were here, I was like a kid. I was like 11. I was like, last time we were here, our thing broke down and then they had to change the thing in the lions. And like, oh, that is crazy. Hopefully nothing bad happens this time. We start driving through the lions and we get deep into the middle of it. Suddenly, and it's like other cars stop ahead of you, so you kind of have to wait for everyone to move to keep moving. You saw how it was like a road. Suddenly, we're like at a little bit of a stop, and the cars in front of us are kind of stopped and looking at something, and we're kind of waiting. All the lioness come around the car. Like they all start circling the car. There's 1, then there's 2, then there's 3, then there's 4. Suddenly, we have 7 female lioness around us. Is that how you say it? Lionesses,
I think.
Lionesses around us, right? And then we're like, what the hell's going on? They're like circling a car like they're about to sacrifice us. And then the big lion comes in, the big guy, the man. He comes in and he sits directly in front of the car, looks at all of us dead in the eye, and just as loud as he can starts roaring.
Like the Paramount intro, like
yes, and then all the other ones around us start roaring at the same time as him, and then they all stopped and walked away, and I was like, we can't come here anymore.
Maybe I wonder if they put on a show like that for everybody, or maybe you just have energy that gets the lions riled up.
I wonder what it is. I mean, I don't know if getting a flat tire is a show though.
No, it's not. But that second one sounds wild. It sounds choreographed almost. It sounds
crazy.
Like they were hunting. I mean, they were just hunting.
It was crazy. A group of female lions is a pride. A group of male lions is a coalition. That makes sense because coalition sounds like so much more rapey than a pride.
Yeah, it does. It's all business. A pride is like family, you know?
Right.
Yeah, I've never been to one of those. My parents have always taken the attitude of like, I would never risk getting my car fucked up, which I understand. But I feel like when I do come visit you in Florida, we should rent a car and take.
Alex, I want you to come tonight. I'm going to say this every week on the podcast until you just buy a flight for that day. Please just come over.
When I tell you I have 3 more podcasts to produce tonight, literally.
Just do them on the plane.
Yeah, that'll be fine. One day I will be able to produce a podcast from a plane, and that's the real future. That's the future I want.
That's a future I want too. What else? We should talk about that app we found.
I've been so excited to talk about this. I can't even tell you.
So I don't know why or how, but my boyfriend found this app.
Honestly, we were prepping for the show and we were coming up with basically nothing. And the way that I heard his little voice from the corner, like an angel from heaven, being like, there's pedophiles on this app.
And we both our heads snapped up. We said, what? There's pedophiles where? We need something for the show. And he was like, there's pedophiles on this app. And I was like, what app? And he was like, this app. You put in your address, you could see all the pedophiles around you. And I was like, well, me and Alex need to 100,000% put in our addresses, our childhood elementary schools, and see how many pedophiles are currently around our elementary schools.
I noticed, Kim, that you and I are really becoming pedophile people. Like, not pedophiles, but like people who
talk about them a lot.
About pedophiles.
I mean, it's a big subject. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah. So anyways, I'm very excited to delve into this app. We've asked Bobby Hutch to enter the location of both of our elementary schools so that we can see how many pedophiles are in the area.
I think we should do Alex's first.
I think so too.
All right. So Alex, where did you go to elementary school, first of all?
I went to Sacred Heart Catholic Academy of Bayside.
Okay, great.
Right across the street from a church. Pretty chill. Here is the map. Okay. So where that little house is my school. Is that what's happening? And then those little green dots. Okay. So
which one's a sex offender?
Color map. Okay. So the red ones are an offender home.
Against a child. So the red ones are bad.
The red ones are really bad. Okay, the red ones are child offenders, and the brown ones are child offenders, like places that they go that's not their home, I think.
Right, like a bar or an elementary school or a beach or a park. Oh.
Okay. The yellow ones are rapists' homes, and then the orange ones are like rapists' workplaces.
Right.
Light green ones are just like miscellaneous offenders' homes. And the dark green ones,
I might be on that list. Who knows? I don't even worry about the green ones. I ain't even.
Yeah, no, the green ones are like honestly people who took a piss at the park and shit like that.
Right.
Okay, sexual battery. Okay, so the people who committed sexual battery, their homes are in like a light blue, and then a darker blue is their workplaces.
Which makes sense because it's like red but more chill.
Yeah. Okay. So actually, this is a pretty safe area. We have
is.
miscellaneous offenders surrounding. But
I mean, the nearest red is so far.
yeah, it's like
Click on it. What does it say when you click on the actual offender thing? Click on the red part. Does he pop up with his face? That would be great.
Yes, they do.
Let's see it. I want to see what the guy by the golf course did.
now maybe Kim, maybe the Reds are far because the Reds are not allowed to live near a school.
Oh, it shows their face and everything.
Oh, it shows their name, their date of birth, their height,
their home address.
It's everything that would be on their fucking driver's license. That's crazy.
I'm about to steal bro's identity.
I mean, look out for Arthur Fisher. I don't know what to
What'd he do though? He's a risk level 2. I wish it told us that they did.
Well, he's definitely he's preying on children because he's in red.
Oh,
bro.
charges.
A course of sexual conduct against
What's
a child.
markings? What's markings mean?
2nd degree.
Oh,
he's got a tattoo on his right arm.
and he goes by another name, Fish. Anybody named Arthur Stanley Fisher sounds like a child molester already.
Honestly, when his parents named him, they named him to be. They were like, "We want him to be a sex offender one day."
My wish for you. Oh shit!
Us, son.
Well, Alex, you don't have that many near you.
No, I don't, and I'm really glad. I mean, I just feel like it makes sense. It's like if I was a sex offender, I would look at this map, right? And I would try to move into a neighborhood that has a lot of other sex offenders so that I blend in. I don't want to be in a neighborhood where I'm the only sex offender. Like,
not me, sister. You're choosing the wrong deal.
Yeah.
I want all the kids for myself. I don't want the other sex offenders hogging them up. I want the market to be open and fresh for me. Everywhere I go is a possibility. Honestly, it's like moving back to Florida. And it's like living in LA and moving back to Florida where you're like, I'm hotter than everyone else here. You're the top offender if you're the only offender.
No, I think it puts you too much on the map. I feel like love is love, and I'll share the kids with whoever else wants them. Just
my God. That was the comment. That's the one that's gonna get us. That was it. Right now, someone that was gonna book either you and I on something is watching this clip, even after we've posted it, and has been like, you know what? I don't think it's good for the network.
Allegedly, all right.
Allegedly, we should make allegedly t-shirts.
We should have allegedly t-shirts.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys know what to do. When we go to okay. Yeah, let's see where Bobby's gonna move it over to the sex offenders near my school, Columbia Elementary, which, fun fact, I was at. What? No.
No. Look at how colorful that map is. A lot less greens over here.
Literally, my eyes just deeply started watering because that's so disturbing.
Wait, Kim, I'm actually really happy that you've never been raped as a kid. Like, this is
I was happy at first, but now I'm low-key offended. I had to have been avoided at this point. They had to have been avoiding me.
You should ask all your childhood friends if they're okay. This is crazy. That's a lot. Look at all that red, baby girl. Look at how close that red is to your school. That should not be allowed. That's the man's home.
Click on that guy.
That. He's the custodian at the school.
Whoa, wait a minute. I have a friend with that last name in this town.
You're just exposing people who you know now.
Whoa.
Okay.
Hold on. Because if this is who I think it is, that guy used to work in a church. I'm sorry to be so small town about this.
In my town, it was just like some dude from 8 miles away who I would never know. And in Kim's town, she's like, I know his nephew.
I swear. I swear.
With his niece for sure. I used to hang out at their house.
I think I know this man's.
I mean,
Anyways,
I feel like we have to look at the one on the other side that was equally distant from the school because I feel like there's a slight chance Kim might know the person as well.
I might know multiple of these molesters. I'm just warning you guys. My town's really small. I legitimately thought I knew the first one. What are the chances? That last name is pretty specific. Am I wrong?
It's very specific.
For a small town?
Bro, these small town molesters just can't get away from everyone. I don't
know.
know.
That's crazy. Can we see another one, Bobby?
The site is really slow, so give it a minute.
It's okay.
Yeah, I mean, that guy is also very close. Oh, this guy looks like he's got a friendly face. I wouldn't have pinned him as a molester.
He doesn't look like one, right? I feel like I'd trust him to babysit.
The last two really, truly looked like molesters. Like, you wouldn't put your kids around them. This one looks kind of not like he's...
I want to know the situation. Like, was the kid coming on to him? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you do? You don't seem too bad. Let's go back. I want to see another one.
What about the one on top? There's one directly on top.
I can't believe there are so many near me.
I mean, that's blocks away from the school. Nobody should let their kid walk home.
Whoa, this guy's my age.
This guy's a child, yeah.
Okay, so now I'm realizing.
He was traveling to meet a minor to commit unlawful sexual offense.
Whoa.
A computer.
I know that. I know these streets too. Like, I literally know where he lives.
Well, I mean, now you could safely probably go past those streets.
I have a feeling I'm gonna know some of these people. Isn't that crazy? I wish we could just put in the year of their birth and do all the people that are my age.
Okay, that would definitely, you would know 3 or 4 people, I'd say, at this point, especially the Greens. I know a lot of the Greens.
Oh, the Greens? I'm probably in the green. Shit.
Like, if you get caught, like, fucking in public by the police, would you become one of the Greens, possibly?
I think so.
That happened to my friends in high school.
Mm-hmm.
I remember, like, calling into school as both of their moms one day so that they could go to court to, like, do some shit with their case because they got caught fucking, and a police officer just shined a flashlight in the backseat of their car while they were fucking.
And now they're a green dot somewhere.
Now they're probably a green dot, yeah.
That is crazy. Wow. I
can't believe how many offenders are in your neighborhood.
I can't believe how many there weren't in yours.
Me either, actually. Like, I mean, this town...
Maybe your town just don't use the website.
I feel like the website is pulling from government documents, though. I think the website is pulling from people who have actually been... How does my town
have so many?
Because it's not like these guys are getting on it to, like, be social networking with one another.
But
They're
I'm saying, how does my town have so many?
3 kids.
It's too many.
It's a lot. I don't know. I don't know. And maybe they're just like, maybe because it's Florida, they're just like a little worse at it and they get caught more often. Like, because they're just like all reckless about it, just raping kids all willy-nilly and not being...
Just hot outside, so they're not thinking right. They don't know how to keep a secret. It's too hot.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So they get like caught a little more easily. Maybe.
That is crazy.
There's something about Florida. I don't know if it's like, you know how like you have energy centers in your body, like chakras or whatever?
Right.
Florida is like a fucked up energy center of the world, I feel.
You know, like, they say that there are like points in the world that are like energy centers for things.
You were saying this a few weeks ago, I think, on the show about
Sedona. Mm-hmm.
I decided that Florida is one, but it's like a chaotic spiral there.
It's like, it's like, you know, when the drain is about to empty.
Yeah.
It's like that with food all in it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a harmonious thing, but like it's an energy center of chaos for sure.
Yes.
That's why people walk into the gas station holding a baby alligator on a leash and shit like that.
I just saw a video in Florida of a tiny bobcat. This guy's just filming in his backyard in a bobcat like this big, like a baby bobcat, but still will ruin you. Comes running into the yard, and the guy's like, "What's it getting?" And it picks up a baby alligator that was in the yard, like this big. It looked like a toy, and they start chasing each other. And then that was just in the yard, like that nature show. Like that's insane.
No, I got squirrels here. That's about it.
I mean,
honestly.
So, Alex, if someone could have been secretly videoing when I first got to Florida, how often I was jumping because I forgot how many bugs there were and I kept seeing them everywhere. And then it was making me jumpy. Like every time I felt a hair, I would jump. And it was it was and still is a fear that I forgot that I had that just came back so naturally when I moved here.
Do you have lizards? Do you have like lizards on the ground?
Everywhere. We chase a few out a week of the house.
Aw, they're cute though.
Lizards, geckos, frogs, spiders. I mean, I've seen the other day I was just talking to my dad in the yard and I was like, watch out, there's a snake behind you. And then we just kept talking.
Yeah, no, I don't know. It's just, I can't relate at all. I'm probably going to do the jumpy thing when I do come visit you though. Is a storm a brewing?
Yeah, there's a really bad storm about to come and I think it's fucking with the service, the internet.
Yeah, that just happened. Wow. All right then.
Small town. So I think maybe we should make this one a short one this week.
I'm fine with that, baby girl.
Before we lose each other.
The more to talk with you about next week.
Exactly. All right, you guys, thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of Broad Topics. We covered a wide range of subjects once again. I mean, the things we come up with every week are unmatched. So tell a friend about the podcast and subscribe. If you haven't, you guys check out Gas Digital. I know that you probably hear this every week and it's just something you hear in and out of your ear, but really go to gasdigitalnetwork.com right now and check out all the podcasts they have. And if you use the promo code Topix, Topix, you get a 14-day free trial. And they have a bunch of shows, not just our show. They have a bunch of shows that you're going to love. You get the podcast early before anybody else does them. You get to do the live chats. There's a bunch of shit that comes with it. So check that out. Follow me on Twitter at Kimberly Congdon, on Instagram and TikTok at Kim Congdon. And Alex, what about you?
You could follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at I am Alex Scar. And yeah, definitely subscribe to Gas Digital. 8,000 hours of content for you.
8,000.
Whenever you want it, on demand. Fucking dope.
All right, so do that, and we'll see you next week.
Yay.
All right, bye.
Bye.